Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT is here. It's week 2 in the live summit event in the Crew 2, the next Speed Tour. This one might have a Chevrolet Corvette C2 in a 2.0 edition is going to be on the feature to be taking part in the most important events. If you really enjoyed watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summit event, and let's begin. As week 2 of the US Speed Tour East is starting out from Daytona to Miami, we'll be using where the Rallycross Discipline will be settled in to be in Cape Canaveral at the starting point. Looks like the event bundle will be featured to be in the 20% discount off in about over $1 million. And that means 2 proto vehicles plus a brand new race car is about to be featured to be in the recommendation. So first up, we have a Porsche 911 Carrera RSR Turbo to be ready to go on to be in the touring car discipline to be at 500 horsepower with a top speed at 186 miles per hour. This one is a very good classic to be in a retro race car in the 1970s. This looks very brilliant to have a nice GT wing spoiler to be raced on over to be in the track. Next up is the Proto Offshore Mark II in the 2018 model as the second generation. 2200 horsepower to be on the water with a top speed at 149 miles per hour, and also to be as the best recommendation to be received as an Icon 400 reward. And for the last vehicle is the Alpha Mark II is now ready to go on for having a most brilliant Alpha Grand Prix race for only 800 horsepower to be in 211 miles per hour. Alright folks, looks like this one might have 3 vehicles will be available to be purchased with the exception of one, and that means for only 2 vehicles will be available to be recommended as a main purchase. Alright, here I come, and let's get ready to participate for only 9 events to be in the summit. Now I have finally got 4 rewards to be in the Platinum to be at rank 47 72nd place. Good thing, just gonna have to put all the categories will be collected to be received. But thank goodness to have a gold reward to get the Ford Mustang GT and some exterior parts of the Koenigsegg Agera R and the Drift Discipline. So this one might get some more currency bucks will be refund to be collected that I just already own. Alright, looks like this one might have to take the next reward. 200 followers to be in the fame pack, 52 500 spare parts to be on the silver, and we have affinity item is going to be on the blinking white lines underglow to be on the comment, and a Chevrolet Corvette C2 in the 2.0 edition is going to be the most special edition to be received as the main platinum reward. So looks like this one might have some different categories will be settled in to be on the random. So first up, only 3 skills will be participate over to take on the speed trap, low altitude, and the slalom will be going over for only best locations to be suitable. So let's get ready to go on over to fly low on the altitude to be at Chicago, and that means that we might give a good place we'll be ready to go fly faster to be on a good ace effort. Okay folks, let's get ready to go on over for taking a good low skill to be flying in. Just gonna have to go faster to be achieved and make sure to avoid the obstacles, but it could be much possible to be used the rippers will be going increased simultaneously. There's one player passed by, just gonna have to keep it up. Landing gear is on, just gonna have to pass through. Almost there, just gonna have to make that good perfect spot. Okay, looks like this looks very easy enough. 11,965 points is now achieved for only 100,000 points. Not a problem. I could probably have to go again for a second attempt. Just you wait folks. I'm just gonna might need to do things to warm up. Okay, let's try again. Make sure this is going to be very tougher as it goes. Very nice. Pass through onto the bridge with an elevated train. Clearing up. Now just gonna have to pass over through the bridge. Yep. Okay, looks like this looks good enough. 12,585 points. Check marks to be achieved, and let's see the second outcome results. Very good. 1 down, 8 more to go. That was a very good flying low to be in downtown Chicago, and that means time to get ready to go on for having a speed trap for the next skill. Taking place at the Magnificent Mile is going to be the only best place out there. We'll be doing a good drag distance. Just gonna have to switch back over onto my Corvette C7 Stingray, and the drag edition is gonna be the only best recommendation that I just always use from the last video. But this one is a perfect place for only 3 skills will be taking place in Chicago. Just gonna have to reverse over onto the radius. Okay, not a problem. Just gonna have to turn around. Okay, there's one player about to be ready to go faster. And then this one might give a good perfect spot as always. Okay, let's just gonna have to switch over onto the filters and choose a discipline. Alright, gonna have to use my C7 Dragster Corvette. We'll be at the ready. Okay folks, looks like I'm about to be ready to go. Just gonna have to turn the engine on and putting up a perfect position that will might give a good nitro chemist will be at the start. Let the burn go up. Hold it and wait for the standby. Going in for having a perfect launch. And hit the nitro. There you go. Looks like this one might give a good perfect speed at 341.1 miles per hour. Luckily, I'm just putting up a new clip for having a new record set for only 100,000 points by 9,600 points to be as an added bonus. That's 2 skills down, only 1 more to go, and that means for only 6 events we'll be get settled in for having some good preparation. So right now, it's time to get ready to go on over to be in the rivers at the Slalom in Chicago. That means, doing the powerboat, we'll be doing some good skills will be mastered by having a good throttle, we'll be doing the management. But somehow, I'm just putting up a hovercraft to be used as a favor. But I hope you guys like it, but I'll have to make sure that I'll have to do some more test runs if I could probably have to go on over to be at the Bayou. Switch vehicles, and now it's time to go on for having a good discipline to be in the powerboat. Alright, looks like this one might have some good check of the skills if I could probably might have to take a good look. 23.3% on the Proto Offshore Mark 1 could be quite giving a good use. Okay. Slow and steady, and do some good precision between the left and right. Okay, very good. Looks like just gonna have to get a little bit halfway there. Very nice. If I could probably have to see the finish line. Do a good flow technique, and this one might have a good ways to be taking a good achieve. Almost there. Looks like I can feel it. Well, close enough. But I barely got 14,861 points to be achieved. Looks like a new record is going to be completely checked. It's all safe for now. Wow, looks like this is going to be a very long slalom to be in the rivers of Chicago. Now, looks like it's time to get ready for having a 6th event to be on the disciplines will be settled in. Time to go on for having a Rallycross to be in Stage 2 of the US Speed Tour East from Daytona to Miami. I'm really glad that this is going to be the perfect place we'll be going over to participate by only the best suitable Rallycross discipline will be going faster. Luckily, I just used the Citroen C3 Racing to be in the full walkthrough as part of the main segment. So luckily, I could probably have to go and grab a different Rallycross vehicle that might have a good capability will be going faster to be on the track. Just gonna have to sit back and wait for having a car select S1 EKS RX Quattro will be settled in to be in the main recommendation. So get ready you guys, it's about to go fast and challenging onto the turns. Handling will be going over to be in the most effect to be on the condition.
Here comes US Speed Tour East Stage 2. Discovering Florida. From Daytona to Miami.
Wow, I cannot believe it. It's nighttime to be going in blue. I kinda like it. This looks a very good, perfect effect to be in the event for only one video segment. Now, just gonna have to do the same thing as always. Gonna have to go faster if I can probably have to take a good fastest running time to be achieved. If only a nitro chemist to be putting up with some legendary parts that will might give an extra boost. Just gonna have to go standard folks, so I have to make sure that I have to do my best to do a special stage rally to be in the Rallycross disciplines. Checkpoint clear, now going in to be in the dirt trail. Okay, looks like this one might give a good perfect corner to be slightly in. Next turn on the left, that one might give a good perfect moment to do the drift. It could be possible to do a power slide. Boost it up. Take the next checkpoint to be going in. I still got this folks. Gonna have to master the corners on every sprint run for having a time attack. %35% on the progression. Just gonna have to keep going forward. Coming in onto the next destination will be reached up onto the orange grove at the lake. Okay, very nice. Just gonna have to keep up the handling. So it looks very cool and special dynamic effects to be taking part in the live summit event folks. The US Speed Tour East is going to be giving a good blue effect to be on the nighttime, and that means the perfect moment to be having a good blue color to be on the Rallycross discipline is going to be going faster to be as a true blue racer. Looks like we're halfway there folks. 55% at the most current destination towards Miami. Ace up the nitro and go faster. Slow down and take that next trail. Pass through onto the bridge tunnel. Average work. Now just gonna have to go over for taking next direction by every corners around the entire route. Okay, almost there. We're about to be getting up the dirt and a few more miles to go until we're about to be going right back onto the asphalt. Pass by over onto the Miami racetrack before coming in to be in the city. And here it comes. Time to hit the road to be in the wet surface. %83 on the progression, only a few more distance to go. Just gonna have to do the inside cornering. It could be possible to do the drift. Put up with the nitro. Very nice. Coming in for the next checkpoint, if I could probably have to take the next turn at the right. And here comes the final stretch.
This is the last stretch before Miami, and it's Homestead Miami Speedway. They better do their best.
Oh yes, perfect timing. 5 minutes and 14 seconds to be in the sun and speed. Motor stars to be earned by 20 points, and that means doing a lot of hard work will be reached up for only limitations by 5 minutes to be over a total amount. Very good and very excellent to go faster to be on the average. Luckily, 45,000 bucks to be rewarded. Only 5 more to go. Will be checked out to be giving a good suitable event. Will be ready to go on. Now, looks like it's time to go in to be in the water to use the power boat on the offshore Mark II. Will be taking place to be at, wait for it, not so quiet on the eastern front. East Coast to be starting out to be located at New York City. But I mean, this is going to be quite doing much fantastic if I could probably have to be ready to try out with a Mark II version of the Proto Offshore. Just you wait folks, looks like this one might give a good similarities to have a difference between the Mark I and the Mark II version. For the Mark II version, maybe also includes with a hardtop version, is going to be quite very good to have a nice different variation, just like the open top version to be as a Mark I. But that means the performance level to be maximum at 250 with a horsepower at 2700 with a top speed at 192 miles per hour. So here I come folks, this one might have a good place, we'll be going faster to be on the water, and that means this is going to be pretty much brilliant to be in the nighttime to be in a good true blue effect.
You're so gonna win this one.
So I have used the UDRS Insportec from the Mark I version, but it looks very perfectly well on the Mark II version. But it looks very nice, but it's still got a lot of good excellent speed. We'll be going increased, we'll be doing with some other power boats to be in a good clear space. Now, this one might have the different route we'll be going over to be in the east coast of New York City, just like I just used the M31 wide body. Is going to be the only place out there we'll be giving a good excellent performance. But similarities comes in whenever it comes for having a power boat. We'll be doing a good successful high speed pace to be on the water. We're almost there to be at the halfway point folks. Just gonna have to stand by and wait until the nitro will be ready to use once again. But it was a very good true successor from the Mark I version to be in the Mark II as a hardtop. But still got a lot of good excellent speed, but it could probably have to be handled with any kinds of obstacles if I could probably have to overcome. Very coast is clear. Now moving on to the next checkpoint. Just gonna have to proceed forwards. Pass by onto the docks. Regain control of the speed. Wonderful. Very wonderful. And now we're about to be coming in to be at the finish line. Speed tour to be on the water, and that means a legendary bundle to be received as a reward. Very impressive and very good faster to be on the Proto Offshore Mark II version. I'll have to make sure I'll be checked in to be as a catch-up follow-up. It was so fantastic to see how the Mark II offshore is going to be quite going faster out there to be in the east coast of the New York City. So right now, we're about to be ready to go on for having the vehicle force to be using with the Chevrolet Corvette C2 Stingray as a 2.0 edition. So I'm about to try it out, and this one is a very good special stylish version to be as a concept car. But it is also to be as an upgraded version, by the way, was also to be created by Ubisoft as the most important exclusive reward. Alright, here I come. Just gonna have to switch over to the 2.0 edition of the Chevrolet Corvette C2. But take a good look at the nice body style. It's gonna be quite giving a good split window version. But it doesn't have a headlights in it to be popped up. But it will might give a good split line that will might give a good lights up to be giving a good use of a performance to be at 360 horsepower in the top speed of 142 miles per hour, just like the standard edition of the C2 model of the Chevrolet Corvette. So let's do this, folks. Racing on Harlem is going to be on the street race. We'll be going over to be on the East Coast. We'll be settled in.
3, 2, 1.
This looks very awesome.
Come on, you can do it.
Did I just saw a safety car version of the Lotus? Wow, looks like this is very interesting. No, wait. The Corvette C7 Stingray has the safety car rooftop on it? Man, this is pretty awesome to see it, folks. I am racing up against some opponents to be equipped with a safety car variation as a fantasy item. Talk about having a competition. So I'm about to be accepted for the challenge. Just you wait, folks. This one is going to be much premium as it looks to be. But I'm talking about this car. This one is very special to me, like the rest of you. Now just gonna have to take the right turn and going in onto the left corner turn. Come on, just gonna have to keep up the pace. Lap number 1 clear. Moving on in lap number 2. Gotta have to make sure if I could probably have a good efforts to have some good performance skills. Just gonna have to put up with a nitro boost and keep going forward to be at the next checkpoint. So at the side of the Corvette C2 Stingray in the 2.0 edition, nitro boost to be on the side of the door. But it looks very awesome to have a nice future looking style as a concept car. Just like the 1950s version of the vehicle in the second generation. But I just really might have to start doing some history knowledge about the Corvettes. That one might give a good information about the models. Is going to be quite giving some interesting by the years of the eras. So coming up at the end of the second lap, moving on in lap number 3 as the final lap is about to begin. Just gonna make sure this one is gonna be the perfect reward if I could probably have to climb up onto the top 11,000 to be in the platinum. Boost it up, take that braking point and taking a little bit smashing up on the objects. Gonna have to take a good look at the interior view. Looks very good to be in the same way, but it has a different edition. Just gonna have to make sure if I could probably have to master the course. Okay, gonna slow down. Just gonna have to sit back and wait until the nitro will be used once again. Here comes the final stretch. Alright, 200,000 followers earned to be received. That was so awesome to see this moment, folks. Well, on the bright side, this one will be putting up onto the memo to do a catch-up follow-up. But man, that is so super awesome to have that 2.0 edition of the Chevrolet Corvette C2 model. It was so hardtop fantastic to have a good headlights to be giving a good split line. On to the next race. Time to go on for having a quarter-mile run to be at the FDR Drive will be taking place in the Big Apple at New York City. So that means time to go over to have my C7 Dragster Corvette will be ready to go on by taking the speed trap since I've been took part to be in the most important segment ever yet. But still, I'm putting up with the Nitro Chemist to be switched up from the Roop CTR3. Alright. Looks like this one might give a good 3 runs we'll be setting up. Going blue to be in the nighttime will be taking a good action. Beat the time for only 13.433 seconds. There you go, going up on the green. Wait for 3 seconds. Good start. And hit the nitro, we'll be giving a long distance. One run complete. Now for run number 2. Very good on the gear shift for only 0.336 seconds. Now let's go again. This one is going to be pretty much brilliant by the chance. Rev them up and stay on the green zone. Perfection. Here goes nothing. Okay, looks like gear shift is perfect. Now for the final run. Gonna have to make sure this is gonna be the perfect time if I could probably have to be achieved by over 100,000 points to be in the live summit. Okay, there you go. Perfect burn, and now taking 3 seconds. Wait until it reaches up onto 300 miles per hour. And reached up to be at 363 miles per hour. Perfect. That's the top speed I've been waiting for taking the last run. Skill Mechanic and Legendary Bundle earned, and that will be quite giving a good thumbs up. Not a problem, folks. 75,000 points is going to be giving a good achieve earned. So good so far, and now looks like it's time to get ready to go on over to take the next event. Luckily, that one might give the perfect chance we'll be using with the Proto Alpha Mark II. We'll be ready to go on for having a mixed event to be in a Street Race Dicipline. Let's go over to the middle of nowhere for having 5 street race vehicles versus 1 Alpha Grand Prix. Will be get started out for having a mixed event. So I'm just putting up with some installed parts of the Alpha Mark II. Will be increased maximum at 340 to get a good horsepower at 1001. Top speed is going to be giving a good advantage to be at 269 miles per hour, and that means I'm just putting up with the Nitro Chemist is going to be fully equipped. We'll be going in for having a full duration of the Nitro. We'll be going much faster. We'll be doing a good successful chance to be reached up to be at 100,000 points. Alright, here I come, and this one might give a good safety car battle. We'll be raced up for only 1 Alpha Grand Prix Discipline. We'll be settled in to be in the last place at the starting grid.
1.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Feels great to have a good increased maximum horsepower. Will be going faster. But right now, I'm in the lead, and this one might give a good streak. We'll be going over. Gonna have to keep up the pace. Take the next turn at the right to be slowed down. Safe and very tight. Okay, looks like this is gonna get slippery out there. Gonna have to keep a good use of the traction. Okay, slow and steady, and this one might take another checkpoint cleared by having the left turn. Looks very good to be raced in the middle of nowhere. Speaking of which, I bet this is going to be having a good, interesting crossover movie for Scooby-Doo is going to be teaming up with Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's called Straight Out of Nowhere. It was very excellent to have a good movie that everybody really wants to watch. But things I really do for love for Courage, because he always gets a little bit nervous and scared whenever it comes in to protect Muriel and Eustace. Yep, I kind of like that part from Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was so very nostalgia for having some good moments, and even the screams. But yeah, I really do love Courage's screams whenever it comes in to see some creepy things just keeps coming out of nowhere. But it was very good to have a nice cartoon reference to be having some nostalgia. Right now, just gonna have to keep a good focus on the track because I'm in the lead. 90% to go on the progression, only 10 remaining is gonna get nearly there. And that means the final lap is about to be coming in towards the end. Slow it down and make my way towards the finish line, and this one might give a good first place at the podium. 45,000 bucks to be well earned to be received. Well, it was doing good, so I have to make sure if I could probably have to go faster because my motives is going to be having a good clean race effort to be on the road. Only one more event to go, and that means the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR at the Jersey racetrack for having a Chamber Cup. This one might give a good nighttime condition is going to be on the wet surface of the track. The only question is about the performance is going to be giving a good use of the nitro chemist is going to be quite going faster. But my only guess is this one might have a circuit or a super speedway is going to get much faster. We'll be going up onto the maximum horsepower to get a good top speed. So right now, this one might have some performance level on the 911 Carrera RSR Turbo to be at 320 to have a good power at 670 horsepower and a top speed of 248 miles per hour. Gonna have to select the courtesy vehicle to be recommended and go over to be on the track. Right at the starting grid to be in last place, and I really hope this one might give a good perfect place for doing a lot of good excellent practice whenever it comes in to build up with some more currency credits. So let's do this and go fast to be on the pace.
You're so gonna win this one.
Now, this is a very good classic handling for having a 1970s, was also to be giving a good use of the RSR racing for Porsche. Gonna have to go faster to keep a good use of the nitro, but this one might have to take 10 laps around the track. Will be giving a good handling to be on the inside turn. Gonna have to switch up the view and take a good look at this nice interior view. Very classic, and it's very good retro to all kinds of racing equipment that we might give a good strategy that we might have to get behind the wheel. But anyway, whenever you're gonna see over there, there's a second passenger was also to be included for this race car. No matter how it was, this was actually to be built as a GT race car to be used in the 1970s. Okay, looks like the nitro is all full and get ready to use. Good chance to get over to 100,000 points. Otherwise, until at the end of the video, we'll be putting up with some catch-up follow-up for having a main part of the segment to be needed. going faster, and now just gonna have to go on the Trailblazer. There they are. Looks like this one might give a good increased acceleration to coming in to take turn 1. Gonna have to do a 5-car overtake, will be going applied. That's the ticket. Now I'm going 1+ behind ahead of them. Very good. Looks like this one might give a good top speed. It's going to be on the standard. Gonna have to take a standby. Just be patient until the full nitro will be ready to use. Okay, looks like that was a pretty close call. Only 20% to go on the progression. Now I'm at 82%. Looks like this is going to be the final lap. Gonna have to go faster and go hard by taking another Trailblazer for only 2 laps behind ahead of them. I'm so gonna ace that course. I'm very sure, and this one might take the final stretch towards the finish line. Alright, looks like this is gonna be a pretty good 200,000 followers to be earned to be received. Wow! Now that was a very good easy race to be on the speedway, and luckily over 100,000 points to be added by 8,272 points to be earned. This looks very good to have a nitro chemist to be used as an extra speed, will give a good boost. It was so fantastic out there for the next speed tour of the Live Summit event, plus a 2.0 edition of the Chevrolet Corvette C2 was a perfect stylish model to have a different chassis to be putting up with the headlights without a pop-up. We can purchase a standard edition with a pop-up headlights that we might give a good similarities to be compared. As we finish in the second week, moving on in week 3 for the next event, we'll be going in to be at Miami Heritage. We'll be having 3 different types of rewards, plus a followers to be on the bronze, and goes on to have a silver in the E-Type Series 1 Coupe exterior parts for the Jaguar. Going gold for the Dodge Challenger RT as a main vehicle reward, and a vanity item will be received as a rooftop to be in the 50s holiday to be in the summertime. Luckily, the preview will be required for every 5 types of vehicle will be eligible to be participate, and that means for only 1 vanity item will be included as a main reward. So sit back and wait, folks. The 2.0 edition of the Chevrolet Corvette C2 is going to be on the way until the event will be over soon. Thank you for tuning in on my video, folks. I hope you enjoy. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads to be turned on, and the links are in the description down below if you really want to see more. You can check it out on Instagram, Deepnet Art, GT Planet, and other social media platforms if you really want to follow me. And don't forget to support my main project, Vision Total Drama, the next chapter of the Total Drama fan art to support the community. I'll be seeing you guys next time in the Live Summit event in the Crew 2, and I will see you later in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.